Hi guys, everybody, welcome back. We are doing zucchini keto lasagna. So it's like a healthier spin on lasagna, and hope you all like it. It's super yummy, super filling. You feel like you're still having like something.
Something what? Stop laughing. Something what?
Something that's hearty, but you're making it a little bit healthier.
How is it healthier this time?
So we're taking out the noodles and adding in strips of zucchini in place of the pasta.
Which will in turn cut out
cut out the pasta and carbs,
which
make
we don't
it
want.
keto.
Yeah. Well, yeah, pretty keto-ish.
Yeah, no, it is.
High on protein, high on fat. So.
And we've done a lot of unhealthy recipes.
Yeah.
So now's a healthier one.
All right, let's get it rolling.
So let's get started. You're gonna do 2 pounds of beef. Now you can split this recipe in half if you have to. And probably about 4 zucchinis we're gonna use.
Show the zucchini stick.
I will. You know, like medium size. Now there's tools to like slice this, but we're gonna do it the old-fashioned way.
Old-fashioned way? It's very old-fashioned.
Oh, I am in a lot of ways.
You are?
Yeah.
There goes the zucchinis. So that happens.
That's okay.
Are you sure?
Yeah. So zucchinis go bad really fast, we learned.
Oh yeah.
We had a whole bag of them from Costco and they already went bad, so I had to do an emergency run. Okay, so the way that you're gonna slice them, you're just gonna kind of do, you know, just a little thin slice. So you're gonna get like strips.
Mm-hmm.
And then that'll be our layering for that. Oh!
Oh!
Layering for the pasta. Or in place of the pasta. And the whole thing takes about an hour.
Just an hour?
Yeah.
That's a win-win.
And I've made this only twice.
But both times you made it, it was freaking awesome, wasn't it?
Both times we loved it, and we gave it to a few of our friends who
Loved it as well.
they really loved it. And these are not perfect.
They don't have to be. As long as the chef's perfect, we're good. You know why I said that? Let's figure it out later. Just keep cutting.
My nails are definitely not perfect. Oh gosh. So sometimes it does get hard or a little time consuming. I just felt like the tool's a little bit dangerous.
Isn't it always for you? How many people cut their fingers cutting zucchini, chop their fingers off? There's some skin in the lasagna. That'd be fun.
Johnny Duck knows about his fingers being chopped.
Poor guy, huh?
Okay. We're Team Johnny.
All the way. Always have been.
Oh yeah. Ever since Pirates.
Pirates of what?
The Caribbean. Do you say Caribbean?
Focus on the zucchini, Megan.
Caribbean or Caribbean?
Caribbean.
Pirates of the Caribbean.
Fine. You win. How's that chopping going on?
It's hard. Okay, now we're gonna do 3 more of these.
Well, we'll just have to pass over this part.
Because you probably don't want to see me do each one, so you'll get the idea though.
But
And I think the kids will even like this recipe.
why do you think that is?
I think because it's so good that you can't
When
really.
do the kids ever like anything adults eat? Besides
If they don't see the grain in it, then they don't eat it.
Yeah.
But if they see the zucchini, they might check it out. Okay. So, when was the first time you ever had lasagna?
Do you think I remember that? What made you think I would remember something like that?
Oh, that's true. Oh, I remember my mom told me the night that she went into labor with me, she had lasagna.
That's something to remember.
Well, I don't even know why I remember that. So we're gonna lay them out and then just cook them in like the little toaster oven for like 10 minutes to soften them before we make the rest.
There we go.
Just quickly. And that's 4 of them. See, and then when we're laying it out, we can just kind of like piece them together.
Right. Piecing things together is your forte.
I think just like a puzzle. That's my forte.
Forte? Who's Forte? Have you ever heard of a Forte?
Can you imagine if that was your name?
John Forte? I'm sure there is.
Probably. So let's see. They're not gonna all fit, so we'll do these first and then the rest.
Where are they going? This little handy oven?
That's dirty, so.
Well, it's only as dirty as the shell. That is pretty dirty. What have you been cooking in there?
I don't know, but I need to figure out how to clean this out because this is new.
How new?
Like a month new?
And it's this dirty? I wish all my ovens were this dirty. How's that baby oven doing? Is it dirty?
Cooking.
I bet it is cooking.
Cooking something.
Stop teasing people, Megan. It's scaring me.
They would love it.
Of course they would. It's not their oven that's cooking.
Yeah.
What are you doing now? Can we focus on the process?
Okay, so now, instead of like crying and cutting these onions, we're gonna do the little chopper that I have.
Our 40 subscribers don't just tune in to watch you jack up the drawers. They watch your. They tune in to watch your crazy cooking skills.
They would probably like to see like.
Oh, the onion chopping.
This is where your muscles have to come in handy.
Yeah.
Ready? See?
That's pretty terrific.
But you know what saves a lot of crying? Because it goes a lot faster. Or it still might happen.
That's pretty impressive, Megan. Got the onion.
And then you want to guess the next one?
Chop it up.
Then we're going to saute them.
Oh, yeah.
Caramelize them with the beef. And then...
They call you like the beef caramelizer for some reason?
You don't caramelize beef.
Called Megan the beef caramelizer.
No, we're going to brown the beef.
And... Focus, Megan.
Oh my gosh.
I think this cheese is in the way of this shot.
Yeah, we're going to do mozzarella and parmesan.
Yeah, we'll get to it in a minute.
We'll get to it, yeah. I just thought I would share.
Fingers.
It's always a close one. It makes it more exciting. If you haven't almost chopped your finger off.
You haven't been cooking right.
Oh, Sam's still watching her. Oh well.
How many onions are we putting in there?
A whole one.
A whole onion.
Onion.
Onion. Good.
See, now it's chopped up. Okay.
What is happening there?
I don't know, that scared me. What is this thing? Did you see that?
What?
There's a little boom.
No, let's not do the boom. Please.
A little olive oil. No booms today.
There that goes.
So I like to let that cook for a minute or two. So they're a little clear. throw in the beef.
Alright.
1 tablespoon minced garlic. And the seasoning that we'll use. Oh, I hope everybody can find that one right now.
Yeah.
That is a little bit spicy. Basil. And oregano. All right, so see they're looking a little
The onions are looking a little brown.
golden.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like we are from being at the pool.
Oh, you're right. Way to sneak that in.
Yeah, right? And then we're gonna do 2 pounds, I think I said that, of the
2 pounds of beef.
85% lean.
You know, just dump the beef right in there while the onions are nice and brown.
Oh yeah. And then they kind of season the beef while they're...
I gotcha. I feel that. Nothing better than shaking some beef out of the pack.
It's probably an easier way to do that, but...
I'd say that's pretty satisfying.
Oh yeah.
Right?
Cooking is pretty relaxing.
To who?
To most people, I think.
If you say so.
Sure.
Some might disagree.
You know the part I hate.
Cleaning.
Yeah.
There's probably a clueless soul here and there.
Dishes. But this part I can handle.
Some of that protein I'll eat right there.
Are you sure you don't want to do the vegan one?
No, I don't. Vegan?
We tried it.
What's a vegan?
We gave it a try. A vegan, a Megan, and a Venya.
That's disgusting. Just crush the beef.
But this is actually keto.
This whole meal, right?
Yeah. So we like to do it now like once a month or every couple weeks.
Yeah.
Okay, before this cooks too much, I like to throw in
The sauce?
seasoning.
That is some tasty seasoning.
And so that's about a tablespoon.
I'd say. Maybe more.
No,
Who likes to oversalt things, Megan?
that's not salt.
Overseason things.
Have you ever said that?
Have I ever said what?
Something is too seasoned?
Not really, but
Yeah, exactly.
salty? Yes.
You can adjust the salt.
Let it salt. Or let it season. So that's 3 different seasonings.
And then
Whipped up.
whipped up. And then we'll check on our zucchini.
You better.
Or else I'll be in big trouble. Oh, I know what we need to do.
What's that?
We need to throw in the garlic.
That's a good idea. Idea? Don't you hate when people say that?
Dear.
Don't you hate when people say idea instead of idea?
I've never met anybody that's ever said that except you right now.
British people do that all the time.
Idea. You're right.
Keep mixing that beef.
Okay, let's turn it up a bit.
Turn it up a notch.
Just a notch.
Who's your favorite celebrity chef, Megan? Chef Ramsay?
Yeah, I like him.
You do? You like his aggressive style? Do you think he's aggressive like that at home too? Or in bed? Do you think he's or is he just a kitchen freak?
Is he like married?
Gordon Ramsay?
I don't
think
know.
so. I think he's got kids and stuff.
Oh, okay.
He comes off a little rough, doesn't he? But you don't mind that.
No, I like it. You're obviously not like soft on the edges.
Well, I'm like a bear.
Exactly. A furry bear.
But I don't know if he's like a bear.
I don't think so.
Anyway, enough
Anyways.
about that guy.
Yeah, back to the important stuff.
Yeah, the Zooks.
The ones that I almost burned because we're talking.
Jesus.
All right, so now the beef is like 80% done.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna dump in the red sauce and it's gonna finished cooking in the sauce.
Let's dump the red sauce.
This is my fancy way of draining the beef.
Let's fancy it up a little bit. What say you?
And we want to take that out because then it won't be too watery. Yeah, I'm a fancy kind of girl.
Where are you taking that grease to? The sink?
Well, you're not supposed to do that.
But
I did anyways.
Since you're a rebel.
Right? It's supposed to go in the
so make
trash.
sure you drain the grease.
Drain the grease.
And open the, show this camera.
Tomato basil marinara.
All right, they got it.
You can use any red sauce.
Let's look at it.
That's 24 to 25 ounces.
I think we've seen this on we've used it on a lot of things.
I don't think I've actually used this one, but
Whatever you say.
almost the same. But we liked this one a lot the last time, so we'll stick with it.
There it is.
So give it a little splash.
A bit of splash.
A bit of splash. And then let it cook for a few minutes.
How many minutes?
Let's just say 10.
10 minutes? Sounds like a lot.
It does.
All right, let's start the
It
timer.
already looks good. I already want to take a bite.
I bet you do.
Our next step will be we're gonna lay the bottom layer and then make our filling, the cheese filling,
Gotcha.
which is my favorite part.
Right. Clearly.
So,
The cheese filling, you said.
the cheese filling. But first I like to put a little sauce in the bottom of the pan.
The sauce in the bottom of the pan.
I don't know why. It just comes out nice like that. Well, it doesn't let it stick, which is good.
Yeah.
And these fit perfectly
Right inside the...
in there. So you're just gonna layer it in just so it's a solid layer. See, so the ones that are not cut right, you can just...
Oh, you're right. Genius.
See?
That one's a little burnt.
That's okay.
Tastes just fine going down.
Sometimes a little burnt stuff adds more flavor.
How's that heat on the beef? Do you think that's a little hot?
No. You can turn it on low though.
You're right.
You're learning.
Megan, I cooked before I met you, remember?
It's just once you met me, you stopped.
Well, because you're like...
No, you did. You cooked once.
You're like pro style.
No.
I'm just an amateur,
You
I know how
did-
to survive guy.
He did really good steak once.
Steak once? Really
Or
once?
twice. No, okay, like 10 times.
You're right.
And really good mashed potatoes. So
Whose recipe did you steal from who?
I use his recipe for mashed potatoes.
Better admit that.
On camera. Okay, now we make the filling, which is super yummy. And then if we need more zucchinis, we'll just, I can move this out of the way now.
Now what's this?
So this will be a whole container of ricotta cheese.
Mm-hmm.
It's great for your lactose.
You're right. If you're lactose intolerant, make sure your ricotta cheese helps.
No, it's not. It
No,
does not
so it's
help.
actually kind of bad, huh?
But that's okay. I think that's one thing I could never give up. Is cheese.
Mm-hmm.
Then we're gonna do a cup of Parmesan,
Oh, there you go.
shredded. Had to think about it.
Shredded Parmesan.
You know, they ran out of this, and then luckily I already had a bag.
Of course. Luckily for who?
Luckily for everybody. So a whole cup. And then 1 egg. Oh, do you know what I tried doing the other day?
No, I don't.
And I actually did it.
Let's see. Hold on. What's that sound?
That's a zucchini then. But look, I did it with 1 hand.
And you're just an amazing success story, I think.
Amazing Thanks. I like the sound of that. And now a whole handful of parsley.
A whole handful.
A whole handful. Obviously, it depends on the size hand you have, but I would say it's like a cup.
A cup? What size hands do you have, Megan?
Tiny.
Good for me though, right?
Kid size.
I think that's beneficial to certain cultures. Women with small hands.
Yeah, it's a good thing, I think.
How is it not?
Right. Who wants man hands?
Well, have you ever heard of a transgender man or woman? Well, that would be what? A dude that's a girl or thinks he's a girl is a transgender?
Yeah.
Female, right? Or male. If you're a guy that decided to be a girl one day, or
Yes.
you're a transgender, what?
You're a female.
Transgender female.
Yeah.
Means you have huge hands probably.
Yeah, that's one thing they can't change.
So let's just say you're.
So
there's no way you're hooking up with a girl, right? As a transgender female. Let's see. Can you be a transgender or lesbian female?
You could be anything.
But you'll see where I'm going with this. So let's say you're a transgender lesbian female, which really you're still hetero.
Transgender lesbian female.
Which makes you just heterosexual male at that point.
What makes you a male?
Heterosexual male because you're into women.
Right.
And then you decide to put your giant hands. But if you're a transgender female who's into dudes, then you're gay, right? You're just basically gay,
No.
but you're dressed as a girl.
I don't know.
But you're basically gay, and then you have your huge hands, and God forbid the other dudes, you know, whatever God bless them with is not as big, not as, let's say it's not a zucchini, then it could literally hide in those hands.
Wow.
So,
That was a.
do you see where I was going with that?
I do.
So small hands in a girl
It's fine.
is a blessing for
Everybody.
it's a win-win for majority of the males.
So you got to your point. It
Took me I just kind
a
of went a
long
long
route.
way.
Yeah. Oh, you never do that.
And if you're transgender watching this show,
We support you.
with food, we'll cook for you.
I'll send you a sample.
A sample. And how much more cheese is going in there?
This one we're just gonna do like some mozzarella.
Matzah.
And I don't know. Let's just do
Show us the matzah.
like half a cup.
Show us the matzah.
Matzah?
Trader Joe's matzah?
Yep.
Wait a minute.
Did you see me put in the parsley?
Oh, yeah. Well, you just weren't vocalizing because you were distracted.
While you were talking
Well,
about
some
these
very
important topics.
social issues.
Yeah.
And if you think they're not important, I suggest you watch some MSNBC and educate yourself on it. All right. But we remain neutral in our cooking. Cooking has zero politics involved.
Cooking does have
That's
zero
why we like
politics.
cooking.
Cooking.
Can you stop putting this cheese in front of the shot?
Cooking
Thanks.
is,
I already fixed it.
like
What
I
thing?
said, relaxing.
So what's next?
Okay, so now I'm gonna put a little bit of the Green Goddess.
The Green Goddess. Have you used it already?
A lot.
No, like today.
Ever?
Today.
Yes, I've used it already.
Yeah. So let's go.
I mean, I used it earlier today is what I
That's
was
what I'm
saying.
saying.
Yeah, I used it in our meatballs.
No, in this dish so far.
No,
God help me, Jesus.
No, I haven't. That's why I was confused because I have not.
Okay, and then what?
Okay, a little, we're not gonna do any more salt because you guys can salt it later, but a little pepper.
This is what this concoction looks like.
It's coming together.
More pepper.
Just one, like, teaspoon.
Mm-hmm.
That's not actually more because I haven't put any yet.
You're right.
Okay, now I think we can. Let's check the beef.
Check the beef.
Check the beef. So now we're gonna take off the beef and we're gonna layer it in on top of the zucchini.
Okay.
And then we're gonna fill a layer of cheese and then
Alright.
do it all again.
Let's do it. Ooh, yeah.
So yummy. And if you don't like spicy, then just leave out that last. Oh, that's one thing I was gonna add, a little crushed red pepper.
A crush of red pepper. We gotta get a little spice in there.
Yeah, we like spice. And you burn more calories that way.
So they say, but I don't know how true that is.
I mean, I'm like withering away from the spices. Let's add that. Since you won't let me salt it.
Yeah.
I love seasonings. How does that look?
That looks great.
How big do you think this pan is? This is about
You tell me.
12 by 8.
Look at this beef mixture.
And then,
Here comes the cheese.
oh yeah. So good.
Mm-mm-mm.
If there
Give me-
wasn't raw egg in there, I would lick the bowl.
Megan. This chick's been talking about nothing but food because we've been doing low carb for
That's what it is.
the last month, a little over a month. We've been really watching our carbs, probably consuming less than 100 carbs a day. For the most part, I'd say 90% of the time we're under 100 carbs a day.
More like 50 probably.
Well, I'm just being generous here.
Okay,
under
yeah,
100
let's just
carbs.
say 100.
To put in perspective, a slice of bread is what, 30 carbs?
A slice of bread is about 20.
20, 30, depending what you're
Depending
eating.
on the kind, yeah.
So you can really go up on the carb count real fast if you're not watching it.
Oh, it adds up a ton.
But if you want a nice body for the summer, flat stomach, burnt fat, you really got to watch your carbs and sugars. Meaning
You do.
simple carbs.
Yeah,
But
you
if you're on, and if you let your body adapt to your new regime, we don't like to call it diet, just maybe your new
lifestyle.
way of eating, then it becomes easier and easier to,
Oh, it does. It takes what, like 3 weeks to really
2 to 3 weeks for your body to adapt
get used to the new.
to your new
This
food.
is some fresh basil.
Basil's a must.
Basil's great, and I keep buying a new plant and killing it, and then buying a new one. And...
You plant killer.
I know.
Some in LA may disagree with you, with your tactics.
My tactics. My mom's
You're-
like, I can't believe that you didn't get the green thumb like me.
What's a green thumb?
You're good at like taking care of plants.
That means a green thumb?
Yeah, you've never heard of that?
No,
Now you have.
fortunately.
Okay, so we have just enough, I think. And that was the 4. So we're just gonna do it again.
Got the layer of zucchini on top.
But be careful because this is hot. You see how they're soft now?
No. Brainiac.
Where? Maybe you didn't see it. You can't see everything. Right? We might even have a little bit of extra, but
Extra what?
zucchini, but we'll just fit it in there.
Just do it.
And don't you love leftovers?
Yes.
This will definitely give you leftovers.
And hopefully leftovers are not gas. No, I think I did pretty well. Last time I had that, I cramped. That was a couple weeks ago. But that's because we were literally doing no bread and carbs for 2 weeks straight. We kind of went overboard.
We like to go a little crazy.
Yeah, so if you really cut the carbs out, so it means you're cutting the fibers out, a lot of the fibers, which help you digest food.
Yeah.
So your stomach turns into knots trying to process all the fat and protein.
Yeah.
So your lower intestine just goes crazy if you start if you eat a little bit.
You have to adjust to it, definitely.
So you have to get maybe a slice of bread in there. If you are going to do bread, do sourdough, would you say?
Sourdough, yeah. Or the
rye,
Ezekiel
wheat,
bread.
Ezekiel bread, any sort of.
And that's like totally gluten-free.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And that's going to help you. That's going to help you digest all this goodness.
Now, since this is the last layer, we're just gonna dump all the meat left.
Let's do it. Dump it.
And it's fitting so nicely in here.
Yeah. Where'd you get this magnificent bowl?
Home Goods.
Home Goods for the win.
Home Goods is.
How much was it, Megan? Share the price.
It was $9.99.
$9.99. Can't beat that price tag.
No
Thanks,
way.
Home Goods.
Who doesn't love Home Goods?
I don't.
Well,
I do, but I don't.
you don't. You don't.
I don't, and I do.
You don't have to let it kick it.
What does that mean? That sounded kind of gangster to me.
Because I am gangster.
It sounded legit. Do you listen to rap music?
Oh yeah.
How many songs do you think you know by heart that are rap songs? And who's your favorite rap artist? Do you have one? Would you say it's, how about all-time favorite rap artist?
I used to like Tupac.
Tupac, really? What's your favorite Tupac
or
song?
Eminem. I don't know.
Eminem, I can see you as an Eminem girl.
I used to love that. Oh,
8 Mile, huh?
that's like the best movie.
You should pay homage to 8 Mile Road.
We should.
Back to lasagna.
Back to the.
So that's fine if you only have a little bit left? Like that?
Well.
Were you supposed to have more?
Yeah.
So you're just gonna spread it thin, huh?
We can just spread it out. It's gonna taste fine though.
Better hope so. Your life's on the line. Remember, we're sending this take to for your cooking audition show.
Oh boy.
She's
Okay, a little more basil.
But that cheese is just gonna melt into the beef.
It's fine, yeah, because we put a thick layer that first one, so.
Yeah. Or you can top it off with the
We are going to.
mozzarella.
Mozzarella. So you want to make sure to cover it. Well, you don't have to put too much.
And it's gonna cook for how long? About an hour?
No.
No, 30 minutes?
30 minutes at 350. There we go.
It's ready for the oven, huh? Is the oven
I
preheated?
think this is.
Oops.
Oh no, but it will be.
Is there stuff in the oven that you need to clear out? Nope. Yep.
Yeah.
That's our cast iron skillet for our steaks.
Which we never used.
For our steaks.
Oh yeah, actually, we will do a steak video.
Yeah. Coming up soon.
Because those are good for that steak.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Anyways.
Okay, so then they'll go in, 30 minutes.
Let's drop it in.
Well, we have to let it preheat first.
You're right.
To be continued. Now the oven's ready and we're gonna stick it in.
Stick it in. Your favorite 2 words or 3. Let's go, Megan. Own up to it.
I don't even know what that means.
Of course you don't.
You could bake in this, right?
Stick it in. You're right. We'll find out in a minute.
I better just make sure. Oven safe.
You're right.
It looks so cute to like.
Way to be safe.
See, sometimes I think about details.
Details of what?
Everything.
And let's say 30. We'll check on it in 30 minutes and see how it goes.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, let's have a little vino. It is late at night.
Wine Wednesday.
It's Thursday, ding. All right, so you're putting the gloves on, huh? Is it that time?
Yes.
Oh yeah, there it is.
Oh yeah, it looks good. No. Nice and done.
Not just how it's supposed to look, right? How pretty
Yeah,
that looks.
lasagna you always want like a little crispier.
Oh yeah, the crispier the better.
Oh yeah. So the trick with this is you have to let it cool for like 15-20 minutes or else it's like too, well obviously too hot, but
Right.
too runny.
But cooling is not a bad thing. Maybe, how long you said?
Like 15 minutes, just let it cool.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Yeah.
Okay.
But we'll look forward to trying it in a few minutes.
Let's let it cool.
Okay.
All right, so where are we at now, Megan? The lasagna's out of the oven, yeah?
Yeah, and the best part is tasting it.
Let's taste it. Put a piece on your plate because I'm dying to taste it too.
Right? I'm not even hungry, but I'm definitely eating some.
Yeah.
Here,
Well, let's see you.
And oh yeah. Do I get to try it first?
You sure do. Give it a little bite.
I did not sneak a bite yet, so.
What do you say?
So good. Super filling.
Yeah, it's like super easy, right?
It's really good.
I mean, you can't, like, if nobody ever made a lasagna with pasta, you would never know that it meant to have pasta in it.
Oh yeah, no, this is just as good.
It's just so, like, it's just so smooth.
Yeah, you don't feel like you're missing anything.
All right. Take a big bite. Chew that.
Oh yeah.
Look at that small mouth. I think it's so big sometimes.
This is not.
Anyway, so it is a nice little Cinco de Mayo meal.
Yeah.
It is Cinco de Mayo, right?
It's Cinco de Mayo and we're eating lasagna.
And we're eating lasagna like the real Mexicans that we are. What do you think we're gonna make next episode? Steaks or burgers?
Maybe burgers or tacos or yeah.
Burgers
If
or tacos
anybody-
or steaks or turkey something.
Or turkey.
No, we haven't made
something.
steaks. Maybe we'll make a nice steak.
Steaks, yeah.
All right. Otherwise,
Otherwise, if you have an idea, let us know and then
yeah,
I'll try to make it.
Yeah. Cool.
But I hope you guys like that. It's super yummy. And let us know. And yeah,
Thanks for watching.
thanks for watching.
Assuming that you will watch.
And like.
All right. Adios.
Bye.